Hey guys, Ethan with Trackstar and another episode of Tuned for you. Today we have this very pretty R35 on the lift. We got a few different things to do. We're not going to be doing a traditional like put it on the dyno tuned episode, but we have some upgraded drive shaft shop axles to address on here, a transmission catch can, as well as just a repainted lip to install, and then we're going to go do the real fun part of the street test drive.
So you want to walk us through all the parts we got today?
So we have, the car already had drive shaft shop axles on it, but there was some kind of problem, and actually we had to send off a couple sets of drive shaft shop axles back at the same time, both the drift car and this GTR here. So we got axles back. There was a problem inside of one of the CV joints. Hopefully the car drives much differently and without the clicks that Ray was complaining about, and I also heard. Then we also have the transmission catch can there. So we've been having some transmission fluid find its way out of the transmission thanks to all the pressures and the G-loads and everything that's going on when you're making 1200 horsepower. So it was kicking some fluid out. We see it on the ground, we see it on the under tray pieces. So we're gonna add the catch can, and that should remedy that problem.
Let's get to it.
I really do love these wheels.
Oh, I
didn't really think too highly of them when I first saw them, but as I got close and looked, and you see how the spoke doesn't even touch there, and it's bolted from the backside. There's a lot of little touches that are pretty impressive. And then when you look really close, you can see like this. It's not a texture, but it looks like a texture underneath it. I don't know if the camera can even pick that up. But.
And then the other little pieces that I never noticed before in these are the little bitty slots.
Yeah.
On the inside here. Love them.
On every other set.
Yep, on every other set.
So we've got these brand new bolts going in, which is, it's nice to hold new hardware in your hand. But we had been contemplating getting some safety wire bolts. I'm really hoping that these are going to stay tight. But we talked about getting some safety wire bolts. We could, of course, put these in the drill press and drill our own hole through there. But they did offer some that were already drilled, which would have been nice to have. Might call it overkill, but in many cases I like to just address a problem, all the way to where you know that, okay, this will not be a problem again. Right now, kind of up in the air. Just putting a little bit of, very important for stuff like this, you gotta get some Loctite on there. Also important is that lock washer there. Gotta have all the right hardware. Let's see if we can snake this up. Okay. I think another important note, of course I'm not going to go all the way tight with that right now, but anytime you're doing stuff like this, you should put all of the bolts in loose first until they're all in, and then kind of get them all snug, and then get them all truly tight. You don't want to go tightening something all the way, and then you can end up with a false tight on the bolt. See how this one dropped all the way in. And all these top three dropped all the way in, but these bottom three, this outer cup and then that, they're not perfectly in a line. So they go in the outer, but then they're not lined up perfect on the inner, so they need a little
finagling.
Yes. So I'm hoping with a little bit of threading, they will find their home.
Are you too good for your home?
If they do not find their home very quickly, then I need to kind of rethink this, because we don't want to. That one went right in. The right word right now.
Discouraged.
What just happened here? Remember when I said you got to get all of them in there, you know, loose first? Well, that's what I'm trying to do, but I can't even get them all in there loose right now. Seems like they're gonna, I mean, maybe they don't fight me here, but now the same ones are on the inside now, you know?
Yeah.
There's that's already better success. I think 4 of them are threaded by hand right now. Seems like those all went in. Those are all snug. I'm kind of expecting to have an issue here still. Not see at all where I need to grab my flashlight. If you look through this gap here, you can see the bolt. It's stopping.
Right there.
It's stopping, and I could push on it right now. I can twist it right now.
It's not catching out.
Watch it when I spin it. There's no threads for it to drag it. It's just supposed to. It's just supposed to thread it like. What the hell? I'm pushing hard right there. That way.
And we are recording.
All right. Well, I got all of the bolts in their homes right now ahead of time, so that I know that they're possible, you know, to get them through there. So. Got them all in there. Gonna hope I can put this up. Probably a couple of them are gonna fall out as I do this. It's inevitable. Okay.
You want to tell them what the torque specs were and all
Yeah,
that?
so this was a little bit debated. I had people telling me that these were 200 foot-pounds, which I kind of knew was not the case because it's just too small of a bolt to be at 200 foot-pounds. So these outers are supposed to be at 56 foot-pounds, so I'm set there. I probably don't want to go straight to 56 foot-pounds. I'm probably going to kind of tighten, and then go across and tighten, and build my way up to that 56 for the same reasons I mentioned before. You don't want to just torque one to 56 because then once you torque all the other ones, maybe this one now is no longer at 56. So here we go. Let's see if that e-brake is enough to. Oh yeah, okay. So that one's at 30 pounds right now.
There's still a slop in it.
There is nothing at all. There's a teeny tiny bit of a dip there.
Can you do that again?
Yeah. So as I rotate,
Hold on, let me make sure I'm not on the right spot. Okay.
as I rotate the outer, I mean there is an immediate response there from the inside. Prior to getting them rebuilt, I mean there was a solid like inch plus of I mean an inch, dude, where I was like, is that connected inside of there? Let's see how this one looks. Alrighty. Haha.
All right, so catch can.
Yeah. It is my favorite thing to do. Drill holes in GTRs for sure.
Yep.
There we go. They got these pretty cool rib nuts that they provided, rubber rib nuts. I've seen these in metal before where they expand on the backside, where you can put it into, you know, a blind hole that you don't have access to the backside of. This allows you to insert a threaded portion. So they're having us drill out an existing bolt hole and then a new bolt hole to slide the rib nut in and hold our catch can up. So I am 1 or maybe 2 sizes away from that being appropriate right now. And I'm trying to figure out how to most intelligently route it through. Of note, so now that we have this can, the transmission capacity is actually more than it was. The manufacturer recommends to add another 3 or 3.5 quarts of transmission fluid. Now that we don't have to worry about starving it, it's some nice peace of mind to have that extra fluid in there. This is a bonus fix right here, you know?
Yeah, bonus
Putting the front lip back on, I'm like, looks like somebody got this wrong.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
Put that back on the other side. Well, we got all the panels put on. Everything is put back together. Carbon fiber back piece, transmission fluids in, catch can is installed. New axles are in on both sides. All right, so front lip is almost on. We're just doing the last little tidbits.
the last tidbits.
And then we're gonna bring this beast down, let her loose. Alrighty, so Ethan got the GTR all wrapped up. We're gonna pull it out of the shop. Right now, Ethan's gonna pull it out of the shop because I'm not liable for damages.
Sounds pretty normal. I did hear a click though, which
Yeah, I heard it
like
too.
that was what I thought was the axles. I definitely expected that sound to be gone. Never go out and rip on something right
Ever.
away, you know? Yeah. I cannot see for shit.
Don't go.
Yeah, like you flat out.
This car, you're fine.
You flat out cannot see that spot in this car.
Just so you'll know, we're not getting on the car right now because we're making sure the axles and everything is working properly. I have had the pleasure of driving this car and it is absolutely insane.
Looks like a nice opening. Gonna do it.
Do it!
All those cars in the rear view were like right there, and I was like, "Oh, there's a look back though now."
Yeah, they came to small little dots really fast. Well, thank y'all for checking out another episode of Tuned. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that big thumbs up. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we got a lot more awesome content coming for you. And I think the Camaro too. We'll have another Camaro one after this.
Camaro will be next, yep.